Has anybody seen Hulk Hogan? Has anybody seen him anywhere?
Oh, I don't know, brother, but I think he might have went that way.
Oh, thanks, Jimmy.
Hola, amigos. It's Will here from Will's Custom Figures, coming at you today with a big, bad breakdown of the one, the only, the mouth from the south, Jimmy Hart. So please, guys, sit back and relax while I talk you through why and how I made this absolute Hall of Famer, living legend, and everything else in between. I'm just adjusting the light while we talk. So sit back and relax and enjoy this video, guys. Firstly, wow, look how this has turned out. I'm so pleased. And here's a little bit of a sneak peek. We'll go into more detail in a bit of the back. Oh yeah, the mouth from the south has been immortalized in Will's Custom Figures. So let's talk you through why I made him and how I made him and everything else. So as you can see, starting this figure, so happy. Everything from the trainers. This is the official WWE Mattel megaphone that he's got here. I think this is the Mattel head sculpt as well. And I've had a look around, had a shot, and tried to find the perfect body. This was, in the end, $1 million man that I decided to go with. And I'm so happy for my friend Vin for ordering this from me, and especially with all of the small details that he's asked me to add on there and the input backwards and forwards. I just love that. What's the word? The collaboration when you're coming up with new figures to add into the collection. So here's a little bit of a spin. You've kind of seen it a little bit already. Here we go. The mouth from the south. So here is the artwork on the back. I'm just going to pull it up to the camera so you can get a bit of a better shot of it. Man, there was a lot of time and effort gone into painting this. Awful lot. It was like doing the face and the whole outfit, and then you've got to do it again. But Jimmy Hart, for anybody that doesn't know, I have done a video review of him a couple of times. He's one of my most requested customs to make. I actually got to meet Jimmy Hart many moons ago. I must have been, I'm 36 now. I was probably 16, so you're talking a good 20 years ago. Coventry Skydome, FWA, I believe it was, Frontier Wrestling Alliance in the UK, big promotion at the time. And they had Jimmy Hart. I don't know why, it must have just been an autograph signing or something, but he was there in the crowd doing only what Jimmy, mouth from the South Hart, could do, and he was promoting stuff. And for anybody that doesn't know, he's been in WCW, WWE, TNA, all over the shop, independent wrestling, and pretty much Hulk Hogan's best friend for so many years. So I kind of had to do some custom figures of him when I started doing this as a hobby. So I'm going to go through some of the details now, and I'll give you a bit of an insight into how I actually structured making all the intricacies of his outfit. So choose school photo time there. So let's start with a couple of little bits. The glasses. He didn't actually come with the glasses, so I've hand sculpted those on there. Don't know if you can see, but a lot of time and effort has gone into sculpting those glasses. I love the head sculpt, and what I've done is I've actually, where the head joins onto the body, you can see the neck, like most of my customs, is completely joined with clay. It is not for articulation, but I've used some of the clay to then add in little details around the hair, just so it's a nice seamless transition between the hair to the clothes and the rest of the outfit. Now, $1 Million Man, luckily most of the outfit was done, but I used red, orange, and yellow Vallejo paints to just paint the whole suit completely, the whole jacket, sorry, completely top to bottom. And just mixed them. Didn't spend much time making sure they were perfectly mixed. Just splooged all three of them together, bit of a stir, and then just splodge it on there. And as you can see, it's sort of like a lavery, fiery sort of design underneath. It looks really badass. I'm very happy with it. Nice black there for the shirt, and the tie of painted in Vallejo Sun Yellow as well. I'm really happy with how that turned out. The tie I actually sculpted on there. And yeah, really pleased with how that's went on. I've also added on the collar, as you might be able to see. Pretty sure that $1 Million Man comes with a bow tie. And I'm so happy with these trainers. They're really basic, but in some of the art that Vin sent me, he had these sort of trainers on. So the hardest bit of all was getting on the flare on the jacket seam here. So what I actually did was get my clay, roll it nice and thin, roll in pin style, and it only comes up attached to about here where the U is on the south. And I've attached it on there with the clay, and then I've pulled the clay away. You can see it's actually all 3D. I've pulled the clay away, and then I've also super glued multiple times before painting just to try and make sure that that was perfectly adhered onto the figure. Now, there is a lot of detail went into this Jimmy Hart figure, and I had to cut down the megaphone, the handle of the megaphone, for it to fit in the original $1 Million Man hand. Really pleased that I did that. Originally, I was just going to sort of leave it as it was, or I was going to drill the hand, and I'm glad I decided not to do that. Now, for anybody that hasn't noticed, there was an awful lot of effort that's gone into the paintwork here. So I've used a white first for the lettering, then a black inside the white lines, and then a, what color is it, magenta. And awful long time spent on getting those details in there. Even things like, can you see there's like little love hearts underneath the armpits? If you can see that. And I've also tried to add on lots of little details like all of the musical notes. So really, really pleased with how that turns out. Now, guys, that's around about it for this video. However, before I move on to pastures new and do another figure review, here is Akeem the African Dream, and here is Hoovy coming in to say hello. Recent custom figure, and obviously original Hasbro there. Goodbye, Akeem. I'm going to get rid of you, and I'm going to bring in none other than the NWO. Virgil. Do not mess with Virgil, guys. What a set that is. Thank you to everybody that either has or is purchasing from Will's Custom Figures. I'm actually getting made redundant from my full-time job at the moment, so it's a very, very trying time, but I've got a fantastic customer base, and all you guys always spend a lot of time reaching out to me. Very, very kind as well, and I can't wait to work on some more custom figures coming up very soon. So please, guys, stay in touch and give me your feedback. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of this video. If there's any feedback, if you've got any ideas, if you want to make your own, or if you want me to make your own, then just get in touch via Instagram, Facebook, or here on YouTube. And until I see you next, from the Mouth from the South, from Virgil, and of course from Juventud Guerrera, I'll see you guys on the next one. Adios.